Now, the Solomon story is your story, okay? And there is more to the story than what you think. I told you that religion is your story being twisted and presented back to you. Listen, after this video, you are going to be informed. We are still on the Djinn matter, right? Now, the story of Solomon. First of all, before I tell you something about this story, right? I will first of all let you get the whole name. Why Solomon? Let me tell you this. The characters in the Bible are not real. It is you that play the character. You are the David, you are the Moses, you are the Abraham, you are the Sarah, you are the everything. It's your story. Now, then also know that the names are not just there. They have meaning. Solomon. Solomon. Look at the name. Solomon. And we know that Solomon was somebody who was given power in the story. Wisdom and power. He was operating in wisdom and power. Right? It's your story. Wisdom and power also means wisdom and knowledge. He was operating in wisdom and knowledge, which means that he had a special access to a portal that no one had. That was the vibration in that timeline. So Solomon, S-O-L, we get the sun inside. M-O-N, we get the moon inside. So Solomon's story is Solomon's ability to control the day and the night. Solomon. Soul. 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 S-O-L. So Solomon means sun and moon. Now, let me make it short, right? Let me make it brief. Now, Solomon's story was the fact that he had an encounter, right? And it is all spanning from a certain lineage, okay, where they claim the promise was passing through, the messianic promise, okay. So Solomon, out of that reality, had a certain favor to had an encounter, okay. And in the encounter, he was asked what he wanted, and he said he wanted wisdom, right? And power was added to it. So wisdom and power. So that power there means the ability to have knowledge, to find the knowledge, to use the wisdom to find many knowledge that will make you powerful. So, which means that Solomon had the control over spirit and physical. Spirit and physical. Wisdom, which is spirit, and then physical, which is the reality which we see, right? And also he had the ability to control the third dimension, which is the Djinn, right? So the efficacy of Solomon's story and what is making Solomon was the fact that his Djinn, he was living from the Djinn restoration. His Djinn was restored. And when your Djinns are fully restored, then it means that you have come to that point where you can control the sun and the moon, which is your own soul. So controlling the sun is not like sitting there and controlling the sun like this. It's talking about your soul, because your soul is the sun. So Solomon at that time had the ability to go into realms in himself. And then also because of that, because of knowledge, he was able to also unlock many portals. In fact, if I should say portals, dimensions, whatever, knowledge, everything. Listen to me very carefully. This energy is within us. It is all about the restoration of the gene. That it takes your soul to restore it. It takes an encounter. So, in other words, we are going to say that Solomon's story was an encounter with his higher self. Because the higher self is the portal that opens you to the whole universe, the infinite energy. So, the frequency of the Israelites then was a low vibration, which means that their genes attacked them. But with Solomon, he had a special favor that he can control the jinn, right? And it is actually the jinn that is making you think that you are to serve a deity outside. Now, Solomon had that power to go within and come. Solomon had the power to encounter dimensions. So Solomon is actually you in the beginning. In the beginning was a very high vibration, right? And you were powerful in the sun and the moon. You had power. Your attraction levels were very high because the gene was fully restored and your genes were full. It would take many people 40 years to get this reality. So it was out of Solomon's energy came Freemasonry, came technology, came occult. Listen to me very carefully. GMOs, bioweapons, that is Solomon's energy on a destructive mission. That is your gene. That's why I'm saying that everything has become possible by your gene. The aeroplane is existing because of your gene. The government is existing because of your gene. The pharmacy is there because of your gene. The court is there because of your gene. That is why awakening wouldn't be nothing but a certain detachment from all these things. And the people are going to call you mad. Because the point that you've reached the Solomon's energy. You have access to dimensions. Your dream world is powerful. You are aware, your consciousness level is raised. You can't be lied to. You can't be manipulated, but you can manipulate. The highest level of awakening is coming to realize that nothing manipulates you, but you manipulate. You manipulate. You can manipulate. You have the ability to manipulate. The narcissist is not even a manipulator. On truth level, when we come to the highest level of awakening, we realize that even the narcissist is not a manipulator, because how did he get to manipulate? He can't manipulate because he is not of the soul. S-O-L, S-O-U-L, S-U-N. He is not operating fully he is not operating in the confinement of soul. The person hasn't reached the higher consciousness, but you got there, because it is only love that can make us get to the higher consciousness. The higher consciousness is achieved in love, right? It is out of love that we can get to the highest consciousness of this whole life. So that wisdom and power in the story of Solomon is to announce to you about the fact that the sun energy and the moon energy is you. The energy, vibration, and frequency is running inside your Djinn. And when you reach that point of consciousness, you begin to be powerful over everything. That is why I'm saying that this whole Djinn thing that men have created, this whole genie energy that men have created, Djinn energy, genie energy, Djinn energy, genie energy, Djinn energy, Djinn energy, is out of their soul. Their soul made the drama possible. The Djinn also represents the culture that is already going on in the state of men. And that is how they were able to create the drama of DJINN, where it now looks like a cosmic being, because let us create man in our image is proving that men have truly created spirits in their image. And they didn't even know that that Solomon energy is already in them, and that it's not like they need to draw some pentagon or whatever to access any Solomon's energy. And whenever they do that, they are having contact with Djinn, which means that they've drawn their own Djinn there and formed it out of their own image. They formed it out of their image. So let us create man in our image. Let us create man in our image and likeness is your energy. Let us create man in our image and likeness is your energy. I told you the Bible is a narcissistic book full of narcissistic characters, and you are the character. David was a narcissist. Solomon was a narcissist. All the prophets, they are narcissists. Every character, they are narcissists. Not to be biased, but it was the women in it that were the empaths. So even the story of Jesus that you are seeing, and he touched this, and he unconditional love, and it was a woman's energy. That's the earth's energy. That's the energy of the earth. That's the energy. That's the earth's energy. That is the earth's energy encapsulated in the body of a masculine. And the story has been sold to you. It was your divine feminine energy at play. That is who you are. Your empathy heals. Your empathy caused you to walk on waters. Your empathy, your emotional energy caused you to do a lot of things on this earth plane. And it will take you 40 years to come and get this whole truth. I'm sorry. Solomon, sun and moon. Ho. So they are saying that he was the wealthiest. He was the wealthiest. Okay, he was the wealthiest. Was it that money was falling? No. Because he had the knowledge of self, so that request granted, which is wisdom and power, was actually a trip into his own gene to find himself. And that is what the psychedelic can even do to you. The psychedelic can put you on a genetic travel. You may think you are outside your body. I said the dreams that you have, you don't have it outside. It's not that it's not like there's a spirit that comes out of your body and you are roaming. No. You have entered into the Djinn world where everything is possible. So mind your dreams. Because Djinn, you know, Djinn means spirit. The Djinn that they are talking is actually your own astra, your own spirit cosmic world. But you have decided to encapsulate it in a form of a spirit being that is coming out of your bottle, granting wishes. Or you have encapsulated it into a bottle. And then you are drinking it to attack your own self. It's whose fault? It's your own fault. So anytime we begin to go within, all things come beneath us. So even if there is any creation that people have, that souls or entities have created in a form of drama or on this plane, it comes beneath you, right? And Solomon's story is teaching you that. But instead of you to look at that story to go within, a part of you created more jinns in a form of Freemasonry and occultism and Illuminati kind of life. That was how they coined Satan. They coined it out of the sun moon energy, Solomon. So Solomon literally had power over every jinn, every spirit, to control every jinn, every spirit. And that is how they got these star signs and pentagon signs and whatever, right? The Bible is more than what you think. That Bible you see is the deduced version to suit the marketing and agenda. But it's a whole culture. And this same Bible that you see, I told you that the characters in it is not like it really literally happened on the land. If I tell you that this term word Israel doesn't exist, it will shock you. That it doesn't exist. It's created. That God's nation is created by man. And now it's sad that you see people stupidly here calling themselves pastors. A whole lot of things. And the mother will judge them. They know it. They know judgment has come upon them. Come on. It's exposed now. They think there is an entity that lives in a place. They think God lives in a country. Come on. You are stupid. They are able to export stones and buy stone from that country and bring it to here. But they don't even know that all these stories are genetic. Read Solomon's story genetically. Read the story of Jesus genetically. On genetic grounds, you realize that it's your gene that is playing. It took you 40 years, sorry, right? The truth is on here, and that is it. All these revelations are within you. You find it. For somebody that has come strongly, they did a mistake taking me to church. The mistake that they did was taking me to church or taking me to Sunday school. Because it rather opened my eyes to see deeper lies. And I was somebody that read the Bible. I read it, and when I'm reading and studying the Bible, I study it considering everything in literature, because I know and I knew in I for sure that this Bible is written by poets. The text, in fact, the text All the religious texts were written by skillful poets who were conscious. They decided to use their consciousness to create such a manipulation. Hey, men are powerful. Oh. A poet. You see, and it's interesting. Can't you see the stories are interesting? The power of words. It can overwhelm you. And you're like, oh, how can you say this book is a lie? Oh, and it's your own story. That's why when you read it, you are feeling goosebumps. Your own story that is being shown to you. So it's like, oh, God, make a way. When Elijah was walking and he said, make a way. Oh my goodness, God, make a way. Oh, it overwhelms you. That goosebumps is why they try to say, and the Spirit came upon me. You are being stupid. Actually, you have programmed your genes like this. And I'm sorry that you've done this to yourself. Here am I apologizing. Because it took you 40 years. I am taking 20 minutes to announce to you your own story. So in the childhood, you watch Jesus movies and you are crying. Why? It's your own story that has overwhelmed you. Oh, when they did this to they did this to oh no. Oh my Lord, my God. You are very stupid. There is nothing up there. When you raise your hands up, you raise your hands up to the waters above. So you serve the waters. You serve the waters. It's the waters that is what you are serving. You are serving water. The kingdom of God is water. The kingdom of God that you see upside there is water. It's an illusion for you. But all the same, you will consider because it's waters above and waters below. You can't get the shape of this place. I told you NASA lied to you. I work with the tenders, and I'm telling you that whenever you hear the tender, it's a sign of the firmament. It's a sign. And you realize that when the tender happens like that, it's either the rains are stopping or the rains are increasing. Check it. Right? Check it. And most of the times you realize that before the tender strikes, there's a lightning. That's the yin and yang in play. The lightning is the feminine energy. The sound, the tender grrr is the masculine energy. It's telling you about the frequencies above. And it's a vibration. We don't play with that reality. So Solomon had the wisdom and the knowledge into the astral. So this astrology that you see, right? It is the Solomon's energy gone wrong. The astrology that you are seeing these days, it is Solomon's energy gone wrong. It's another witchcraft. It's Solomon's energy gone wrong. That's why I said there is no astrology in my reality. I don't do astrology. I don't know any planet. I know the mother. I don't know any planet. And we are going to continue. I appreciate you all for this time, for this moment, for this reality. Solomon's story, there will be a whole live stream about it. I'm just sharing some snippets. Let me get back to the goddess, right? I appreciate you all. You can like and share and subscribe. And it's an amazing moment. Take care of yourself, love yourself, right? And then also come to know that everything out there is already vibrating inside you. And you have to operate from settlement, peace and tranquility.